Dum 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 dum. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Three Quarter Guard Mixed Martial Arts Podcast. I am Shane. The gentleman over to the left of your screen is Eric.
I'm the guy who was on time. The other guy was the other guy.
Hey, we arrived here at the same time.
That's true. We had a rough start this morning. Coffee, but we got everything going. The last minutes, good noon. Never know what to say at noon time because it's not
Good
afternoon.
noon. Well,
It's
if
not
technically if it's
morning.
even a minute afternoon, it's afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody.
There we go.
Podcast coming to you live from someplace, somewhere, New York. Nobody
Some
knows
undisclosed location.
where. In Queens. Nobody knows where yet. But today we gotta like I said, pardon our tardiness today. It's a bit of a rough start. But we had some things to talk about. We have two veterans. When I say veterans, I mean veterans in life, not veterans in the game, because it's pretty obvious. Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell went at it for a third time yesterday, and Tito Ortiz finally got the win after like 20 years of this rivalry going on. Tito Ortiz finally got a win on a very slow, very out of shape Chuck Liddell. Well, he actually was out of shape, but he just had.
I mean, he looked pretty shit at his open workouts and stuff, and it's been a running joke.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I haven't really been paying too much attention to it. I saw the fight yesterday and saw what Tito did, and
it
was definitely clear that Tito had better, more athleticism and had the better game going than Chuck Liddell did. So yeah, but I mean, live by the sword, you die by the sword, I guess. And Tito Ortiz can finally feel like the king he wanted to feel like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, had this fight happened, 10 years ago, then Tito would have gotten his ass kicked. But
this probably would have happened right after Chuck Liddell retired.
Well, when they were supposed to fight. They were supposed to fight that third time for after the Ultimate Fighter. But then Chuck pulled out, and then Rich Franklin came in. Chuck pulled out. Tito pulled out, and Rich Franklin fought.
And then Rich Franklin knocked out Chuck anyway. So it's almost like should have happened regardless. But yeah, I mean, Tito won the third one. At least now he has one. Not 1-2. So Chuck has 2.
Yeah, I really hope there's not a fourth.
Yeah, nobody does. Well, I mean, there's definitely going to be a fifth Wanderlei and Rampage fight because that's 2.
They're. I mean, okay, I guess. I mean, it's Bellator, it's whatever. At least they're not knocking on death's door because Chuck was what?
You're terrible. I'm about to make a horrible joke. I'm preparing myself. I'm about to gag.
I don't know. No, but yeah, no, because Chuck is he's there, man. He's
older. He's been doing
he's at the pearly gates,
Damn, he's
Sorry.
48, bro. 48 years
as far
old.
as his fight career goes.
Jeez.
As far as his fight career goes.
Terrible.
But yeah, he looked lost in there. He looked like he was he looked like he was. You know when you throw punches in your dreams and they they don't really move as fast as you'd think they'd go.
I really hate that.
Yeah, it's like that.
I always try to punch my demons in my sleep and in my nightmares, and I can't, and then they all gang up on me, and then it's even scarier, and then I wake up and I have to change the sheets.
Yeah, it was like looking at Chuck throwing punches, and then it was like he's looking at his fists why aren't these working? And then Tito was like, yeah.
This isn't a dream, old man.
Because Tito's still Tito's not he's not gonna fight top tier guys.
More often than Chuck has. Chuck
Yeah, he fought Bellator
Chuck
2 years ago, a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And he didn't he beat Chael? I think he beat Chael Sonnen in Bellator.
Yeah, he did. Yep. And I mean, even when Chuck was done, Tito had that slight comeback when he beat Ryan Bader and then one more person.
Oh yeah.
But then he got fired anyway.
But he's been here and there, yeah. But I feel like he's in good enough shape to still fight. He's not gonna fight the best of the world, but he's still gonna,
I guess find enough people to make enough money.
Yeah, he can still do it.
Against Wanderlei. Tito Wanderlei Part 2.
I mean, maybe. But this Golden Boys shit, I don't know. It was weird. Did you see their weigh-ins?
No, I didn't.
They had 60. They had 50, 60 people there at the weigh-ins, and it was so weird.
In the crowd?
Yeah, in the crowd.
That's okay.
The ceremonial weigh-in.
Oh, I see. Oh.
It was kind of depressing, but yeah, they did that.
That's why I don't.
Apparently, yeah, they did that on Black Friday. They discounted the pay-per-views to Like if you bought it beforehand from like, I think it originally started at like 40, and then it went down to something. And on Black Friday it was like 15 bucks. I don't know. It was, and then there was also like some weird shit. Like obviously they didn't sell out the arena.
No.
But they weren't giving some fighters tickets. I think there was a fight where one fight had gotten canceled, and the other, I think it was the other fighter that was in that fight. Like him and his team were supposed to get tickets.
Gleison Tebow went against
something. I didn't see that one.
I think it was a snooze fest.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Good and I just wasn't paying attention while it was on.
I saw one fight that was interesting. It was this guy Ricky Palacios. He fought shit. What's this guy's name? I forget, but he was a little bit of a journeyman. Like after that fight, he's now 14-12. He lost. And Ricky Palacios knocked him the fuck out. It was like pretty decent. Yeah. But this guy came in overweight twice.
Oh no.
So he it was supposed to be 135, but he was gonna miss weight. So it was Wallow Watson. Yeah. He punch and head kick knockout. So yeah, he landed a nice right hand, kind of grazed him with the left hand, and then Watson fell down, and then as he was getting up, and actually the timing was kind of perfect because as he was getting up, he had just got up, he got head kicked. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's always good to watch.
And that's one. Oh yeah, it was the ref cam. So this was interesting because they had that was.
Oh yeah, he caught him in like the jaw. Didn't knock him out, but yeah, caught him in the jaw, getting up right underneath.
Yeah, right
like,
there.
His left. Funny enough, he like put it in right underneath his like left.
His arm, yeah.
Yeah, and just caught him with like the foot.
Caught him with the foot, yeah.
Nice.
They had they had the ref cams on the. But this is, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I don't mind that.
I guess maybe
I don't mind that.
never did that because they didn't want people thinking they were biting off of Pride. But I mean, they should incorporate that. I think now.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? They bought Pride, so like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
so,
okay. Start using this because we bought these motherfuckers.
It's kind of cool. So but yeah, you had
UFC wants to use.
You had Frank Trigg was a ref last night. Chris Lieben.
Chris Lieben was a ref. Yeah.
Although I think the main event was.
I don't mind a person like Chris Lieben being a ref because he's the kind of guy who like. Back in the day, his fighting style was very much about taking one to give three. I definitely trust him to know when somebody's like glazed over and like knocked out.
Right.
He says someone's knocked out. I'm like, I believe Chris Lieben.
So that was Frank Trigg. So Frank Trigg ran in there, stopped it up. Yeah, it's nice to see ex-fighters in there as. Although I think Chris Lieben's back to fighting again, right? Yeah, he just knocked out the guy in the bare knuckle thing.
Yeah, bare knuckle fighting.
Chris Lieben, just stop, please, my friend. You're gonna. No, man, you gotta be careful because, he's gotten into a lot of wars, man. He's gonna have serious brain damage. Yeah. He's gotta stop.
I mean, that's another crazy thing about the fact that the sport is so young. Like right now, that it's at UFC in general. Right now, that it's at 25 years. You would say that right now would be the time that all of the fighters in the old days are getting older now and in their 60s and their 50s and 70s. Now would be the time that you see what kind of damage that shit happened.
Yeah,
right
yeah. You don't see it immediately, for sure.
It hasn't been that crazy, that much of an amount. But right now, let's say it's the dark ages are the ones that are getting old, and those are the ones that are getting this and that. They're not really back in the dark ages. I feel like there was just a lot more grappling, a lot more throwing people on the ground, a lot more just a lot of tired fat guys getting up on each other. They were punching each other, sure. But I feel like maybe the time of the striker happened around the 2000s.
There was more. I guess maybe it kind of depends.
When you would see a slugfest or something like that would be the 2000s. So because of that, I feel like we won't really see the fighters who have that kind of damage or that kind of wear and tear sink in until maybe another 10 years. It's the Forrest Griffins.
He does. Yeah, I feel bad. I feel Forrest Griffin. He's already.
Because in 10 years, the Chuck Liddells, they're going to be the ones that are we're going to see what happens with their brain activity and see how fucked up it is that they've gotten or have not gotten. And honestly, it'll get to a point where people can compare football players to friggin' MMA fighters. Which one is more dangerous? I feel like football is technically, because I feel confident in the fact that because of MMA, because the gloves are smaller, and because once you get knocked out and once you get rattled, you get rattled.
Well,
It's not
they
like they're punching
say
each other with like boxing gloves.
I think they say like 99% of football players that have played like high school and up or college and up are gonna have some level of CTE. Like it's like a spectrum, you know. So obviously, like there's you know you might have CTE, but it's very
But those dudes,
low.
literally every play they get hit in the head. Somehow.
Yeah, you're constant.
Yeah,
well, not just,
constantly, like,
but it's not
blocking
just.
with
You
your
don't
head
have to get
down
your hit in
and
your head.
stuff like that. I know
It's
there's like ways
the
to keep it
impact to
from
your
happening.
body.
Yeah.
Your brain is still shaking in your head.
Exactly,
You know, it doesn't
yeah,
matter
I
if
mean,
you're getting hit in the head or
some-
not.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of that, I feel like there's gonna come a point when you're on the field and you're running and somebody grabs you and your head hits the canvas, or just you bump heads with somebody's shoulder, or just some shit just happens. So there's like almost no way to avoid that. Fighters like Dominic Cruz, even fighters like Floyd Mayweather, fighters like Ben Askren, who like have a particular fighting style where they don't like keep themselves from taking damage and don't take that much damage. You know, they fight in the UFC. They've been in it for a while. They do MMA, and the chances of them getting that much brain damage are a lot slimmer because they don't take shots to the head like that. Ben Askren is somebody who doesn't take that much damage at all. He's fought like 18. He's like 18-0 right now. Khabib also like doesn't get hit too often, and he's like 27-0. So it's just crazy because like there are certain types of styles of fighting in MMA that you could do to keep yourself from getting hit. Like
it definitely prolongs your
but I mean,
career.
In football, everybody gets hit. Doesn't matter. Like everybody.
Unless you're like the kicker.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, the soccer player of the team.
But look at shit like this. Like Dale Earnhardt Jr. This guy has had at least 20 concussions. This is that NASCAR driver. You know, it's weird, right? Yeah, you don't think about it. I think it's from like, I guess something to do with the driving and getting into, if you get into a wreck or something like.
He must not be a good driver to have gotten into like 15 wrecks or like something like that.
I mean, something that has, it's not up to you. You know, it's like people. There's like, you ever see there's just like 20 cars on the road and they're like this far apart from each other? It's kind of fucking crazy.
I mean, I've seen that, but I just figured if you're a person who gets into a car accident often, you're not a good driver. So you're not going to win often. So eventually your career.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not just on you. You know, it's like somebody could hit you and then.
But there's a possibility of like being a good driver
and avoiding it. I guess I don't know, but he's definitely like one of the best. I think.
Concussions, though. That's insane.
Yeah,
I've heard of him, Dan Earnhardt. That sounds familiar.
Because his father was also a NASCAR driver. I think he was also something Dale Earnhardt, and then he's Dale Earnhardt. He's had somewhere between 20 and 25.
Concussions are no joke, dude.
Yeah.
There's a guy.
That's a lot of concussions.
Brock Lesnar in fucking Survivor Series, he went against the WWE champion, who's Daniel Bryan. He left WWE like 3 years ago because he had gotten like 4 concussions, and he had just won the belt. They were literally just gonna start putting the company underneath his wing and make him like the it guy because he had like the fans all behind him. But he got all these concussions. I think I was telling you about it once. He had a match with Randy Orton on SmackDown. He landed on the back of his head funny, and then he couldn't get up. And like he was telling the ref, he's like, I can't move. And then at one point he was able to like feel himself up, get his bearings, but when he got up, like the left side of his body was visibly numb, and he couldn't move his arm. He was trying to. But you're right.
Oh no! I think my mic. Wait,
Hello,
talk to me.
Hello.
I think your mic is off.
Oh well.
Oh man, we didn't realize this whole time.
Did you remember?
God damn it!
Your computer for... No, we didn't. God damn it, we should have.
Wait, unplug your mic and plug it back in on the back. Right there, yeah.
Check. Nope. Only over there. Maybe you just don't have it on. Because it's red, it's on. It's just,
What the fuck?
Just experiencing some technical difficulties.
Sorry,
you
ladies and
can't
gentlemen.
even hear me right now, can you? No, I probably can't.
No, you can hear they can hear you on mine.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it'd be really low, yeah.
I'll just have to speak loud.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, why isn't it? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, let's just.
Sometimes it's the simplest. Sometimes it's the simplest thing, isn't it? Damn, that means this whole time I was talking about WWE garbage and nobody was paying attention.
I mean, I can hear you, but it's just gonna be super low.
Hello. No, man, it's not going on. Did you put it in the thingy where it's like, I don't even know what to say because you're the one that knows all the technical aspects of this.
God damn. That's what we get for our late start.
This is what happens. It's all good.
Oh.
You took it out. Oh no.
Yeah, but why is it still in here? It shouldn't still be in there. Oh, wait.
I'm not sure.
That's what. Okay. Huh.
You paused your screen. We can't see you on your screen now.
What is going on here?
Who am I talking to?
The ghost.
Oh my god, Shane's disappeared. He went underneath the table, didn't come back out, everybody. I think I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to fix something and he got lost. Shane? Are you there?
Why do you sound like,
What? He sounds as if he's in the chair, but he's not.
What's going on? Ah. I
Okay,
think his
now-
camera
now your
froze.
mic's
Oh
working.
yeah, here we go. Yay!
But now my...
Now we need to figure
now my
out how to
camera's
get
not
Shane
working.
back on camera. Shane went underneath the
Oh
table,
my God.
disappeared, but now we can hear him through his microphone. Shit has gotten real at 3/4. What the fuck was that? You see a flicker of the light? Holy shit! I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm about to leave. Should I leave? What do you guys think? Shane, are you there still?
I'm here.
Damn it! Fuck! What do I do? I'm wilding out. I wonder who's watching this.
This is a madhouse.
Where'd you go? Whoa!
Ah, I'm back.
Whoa! Like the Undertaker and shit.
Ah.
Jesus. Sorry about that, everyone. We realized that my
Yeah,
microphone was off,
my
and then Shane
apologies.
disappeared into some dark land and then reappeared again.
All right, we're back.
All right.
Anyway,
What
what were we talking about?
Concussions.
Yeah, you're talking about you're going on a rant about WWE.
I don't want it anymore.
All right, well, yeah, let's get back to the
Let's get back to
what we were
back to business. What
we were talking about. So we were talking about
Chuck Liddell lost. Boo-hoo.
yeah,
Let's go to Beijing.
yeah, jump into debate. No. Yeah, actually, wait, what was? Wait, I feel like we missed something.
Oh, Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva? Maybe?
No, wait, what was the?
Which we will talk about at some point.
What was the other UFC event?
The other UFC
Wasn't there
event?
2 UFC events?
There was one last week. Yeah, I mean the one in when they were in Argentina. But we talked about that
No, but
last
we
week.
talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
Why am I thinking that there's 2 UFC events?
Maybe Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell.
Yeah,
Was there a
but
Bellator
that's
event?
No, I thought it was 2 UFCs. Why am I don't know. Maybe I'll just go crazy. All right, so
Maybe
yeah,
we're
we're talking about Beijing.
Oh, maybe
Whatever.
the Ultimate Fighter I was talking about. The Ultimate Fighter earlier.
Nah.
Huh?
All right, whatever.
But yeah, Beijing. Beijing was really good. A couple of standouts. Louis Smoker was back.
Yeah, he
think
came
Louis
back.
Smoker,
He was
he
very
got cut by
happy
the
to
UFC
get
right
that
like
one.
a year, 2 years ago, 2016, and then did a couple of had a run outside the UFC. Came back yesterday. He took a couple of shots from Sue Muderji. Sue Muderji. Took a couple of shots from him in the first round. Looked like it stunned him a bit, but he was able to weather the storm and then got a submission win in the second round. Very emotional win for him. So good things for Louis Smoker.
Wasn't Louis Smoker a wasn't he a flyweight?
He came back, I think.
But this is his bantamweight.
I think this might be a flyweight fight.
No, this is a bantamweight.
Was it bantamweight?
Which is smart because that division.
I mean, they're still having flyweight fights. So
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing that.
But anyway, Louis Smoker was 5'9".
Huh? Yeah, man.
That's a tall ass fucking. I mean, that's tall for
flyweight,
bantamweight,
yeah.
but
Him and-
that's crazy
Him
tall
and
for
Tim Elliott
flyweight.
are both 5'9", and it cut down to 125. Tim
Makes
Elliott is
no
skinny as
sense.
shit too,
That's
yo.
crazy.
They fucking use that reach to their advantage, man. I mean, Dominic Cruz is 5'8", or I think 5'9" almost, and he cuts down to 135. It's
I know
still
someone was talking shit about Louis Smoker, like that he went away, but then he like fought nobody, and then he came back.
I
It's
don't
like it
know.
was one of the kind of.
I don't know, I think it was just like a very
flyweights.
emotional win for him yesterday, so that's what happened there. Kevin Holland defeats John Phillips via submission, rear naked choke. I saw that. Kevin Holland taking advantage of the ground game and getting up behind John Phillips, who kind of just turned around.
That was he's a Conor McGregor teammate, not John Phillips.
John Phillips.
John
yeah,
Phillips
yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah, no, but yeah, shout out to Kevin Holland. Let's see that there was somebody did one of the women won yesterday. Wei Li, I think it was Wei Li. Wei Li Zhang defeated Jessica Aguilar by submission yesterday.
armbar.
In the first round, at 3 minutes and 40 seconds, she was a hometown girl from Beijing.
That was a big fight for her.
She was, yeah. I mean, Jessica Aguilar, she's really good. She's like a really crafty veteran. I've never seen anybody dominate. Well, actually, I feel like I have. So let me not go ahead and say that. But I mean, as like a a new person coming into the UFC, Weili definitely made noise yesterday. Strong. She looked real strong as a strawweight. Went in there, dominate. Was it a strawweight fight or a flyweight fight? I think it was strawweight. Even though Jessica usually fights at flyweight. I hate not knowing these things. But yeah, she had a really impressive performance. I really liked what she was about yesterday. Very athletic, like I said, very strong, very vicious ground and pound. She kind of reminded me of that that Macy Brader from the 25th anniversary show.
Macy Barber?
Yeah, Barber. Yeah, Macy Barber. She kind of reminded me of like her a little bit. Macy Barber's ground and pound was a little more vicious. I will say that, but definitely Weili has like some good ground control. So yeah, definitely a good showing out for her. She defeated Jessica Aguilar in the first round. So I'm definitely excited to see what she has to present in the future. We'll see what happens with Weili Zhang and the fights to come.
You have Rashad Coulter and Hu Yaozhang?
Huh?
Rashad Coulter and Hu Yaozhang?
Hu Yaozhang? Why Hu Yaozhang? Hu Yaozhang.
Hu Yaozhang.
Really? I thought her name was Weili.
No, I'm talking about another fight. Rashad Coulter versus
another fight.
Hu Yaozhang.
What is that?
I don't know, but it was like a fight.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Rashad Coulter.
You know,
I thought you were talking about Rashad Evans saying something about him. Like, what? What did Rashad Evans say? I could have sworn I heard something. But yeah, oh no, Coulter versus Yao Zhang.
That was a good little slobber knocker.
I saw that actually. That was good. They were both heavyweights too. It's always great to see a heavyweight slobber knocker go. Heavyweight slobber knocker. But yeah, that was a really fun fight. Yao Zhang a couple times looked like he was gonna be down and out, but then he came back. Landed a couple of shots on Rashad. He landed shots on Rashad, but Rashad was taking them a lot better than Hu was. Yeah. So
it was kind of not one-sided, but it was.
You could definitely, I agree with the nod to give it to Rashad Couture. So shouts out to that young man. Then in the
Wu Yanan and Lauren Muller
flyweight division, and Lauren Muller. I saw this. She was very happy about that submission armbar. She was yelling a whole lot.
She the one that was screaming in the microphone?
Yeah, she was yelling a whole lot in the microphone after that. So shout out to her. I'm sure it was a very exciting win for her in her homeland.
Alex Morano, Kita Song. You know what's funny? That got fight of the night, this fight. Morano and Song. I actually didn't see the fight, though.
Oh, no?
I heard it was good. I heard it was a back and forth.
It was pretty good, yeah. But Alex Morano definitely, he was the one that definitely won the fight. Like, unanimous decision, definitely rightfully so for him. Lee Jiglion.
That was a nice body kick.
Town boy. Holy shit. That did not look like a strong body kick, but holy fuck.
Now landed perfectly.
Laid it in there. He had been wearing him down for those 3 rounds, though. Holy shit. His cardio is pretty great in terms of somebody who, like, keeps the game standing.
I only ever see him fight in China.
I mean, no. I've seen him fight outside of China. I think he had, not his last fight, but maybe the fight before that. He fought outside of China, and I think he lost. But he always wins in China. He's got that thing, like, remember every time Michael Bisping fought in England, he would win in England. Every time he fights in China, he wins in China. He fights in Hong Kong, he fought in Macau, won both times, won in his Beijing homeland. So great for him. And the crowd was really into it, too. I always love it when the crowd favorite, they're really into his shit. When they saw him do the body kick, everybody like started yelling and stuff like that. Real good times. But, shout outs to the Leech. He was wearing down Zawada for like 3 rounds, just like kind of gunning him down, going for like leg kicks, going for body blows. And then he went with I think it was just like a side kick to the stomach, right?
Yeah.
It was just like a straight side kick.
It wasn't even like a spinning. It was a forward kick.
I think it was a side kick because he didn't spin back and he didn't like go up. He went kind of sideways with it. So I think but landed the bottom of the foot like right in his like right in the solar plexus. But yeah, shout outs to the Leech for that win. Great win for him in his hometown. He's starting to become he's been a favorite of mine, but he's starting to become like a welterweight favorite. And let me see, Song Yadong, prospect.
Song Yadong. I wonder if he's married to. I'm not married. Well, this is Yadong Song. Is it Song Yadong?
It might be Yadong Song.
I know
every song,
in I think in
sometimes it's,
China
like,
the
backwards.
family name and your first name, I think they like switch them or something.
Yeah, I think so. And like I forget, but because of that, I'm not sure which is the
So I
family
guess it
name.
depends on like how you write it. I don't know.
But yeah, like yesterday, he was actually, I think, a pretty well-known prospect, and I think he was also a local boy. So the crowd was really into his win yesterday. Unanimous decision. Definitely did like good ground game.
Vince
yeah.
Morales.
Yeah, definitely a good showing for him. But to be honest with you, I mean, other than Wei Li and Lee Jiglion, the people who stole the show last night were the two main eventers. Well, not the two main eventers, but Alistair Overeem
Alistair Overeem,
and
like
Francis Ngannou.
they kind of fed him a one.
A little bit.
Like,
I mean,
this guy, like nobody knows
Sergey
this guy.
Pavlovich
but-
was, I think, undefeated, which is always good coming into the UFC. But I mean, you go against Alistair Overeem. Doesn't matter if he's
That's a big like.
the Reem Overeem or if he's
It's a
Alistair
big competition jump though.
It
you know,
is.
to go against Alistair Overeem. Like
They're trying to build
So-
stars right now. I think they're trying to build stars in the heavyweight division. And in the light heavyweight division also, so I wouldn't be surprised if they started jumping like competition on some, like they do that a lot in certain weight classes, especially at the start of them. Not to say that it's the start of the heavyweight or heavyweight division, but I mean right now when you have a double champ, you need contenders and you need people that show out. So I feel like maybe they did that, hoping that
that
he would-
Sergey was gonna be that
yeah,
dude.
I mean, that's what I always feel like they do whenever they put somebody whenever they put somebody kind of young or somebody who could be like kind of as new and like against a veteran, trying to make them kind of stand out, so to speak. But yeah, man, Overeem got him down, got him with a good right shot to the face that startled him, and then after that just did a little bit of ground and pound. Got the win in the first round, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 4:20. But
You're
yeah,
a
man.
child.
Yeah. But yeah, Alistair Overeem, great.
That was
win
a
for
really
him.
bad
Yeah.
version of this.
Just go to the page that we use.
Oh,
Don't say it out loud.
yeah. I just wish it was easier to like.
Oh, just
go
do
to-
a thread. Yeah, just go to like one of the threads. I'm sure you'll find a
Pain in
video
the-
there.
Pain in the dick.
Come on.
The dick.
Probably two.
Yeah. Right.
Get
Wow, it was only 2 parts.
on
Usually just more.
That's him. Boom, showing out some of his striking. Definitely taking his time.
Is that Yadong?
Yeah, that's Yadong. Song Yadong. Or Yadong Song.
Yadong song.
Yadong Song has a better ring to it. His highlight reel did make him look like a pretty, like a fucking kind of like a world beater. So you're like, if somebody does get the, why is it playing? at
Why is it
the
like
speed?
slow motion?
Maybe check there's a speed thing somewhere.
Yeah, but I didn't click anything.
Sure. Check the controllers up there. Oh,
Speed
there you go.
normal?
Now it's normal.
That is weird.
That was weird. Yeah, that happens sometimes. But yeah, no, it's like a little more. 18, like maybe. Boom. Yeah, right there. It's doing it again. It's alright.
I don't know. I think because maybe it's like kind of loading.
Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse us. We promised we didn't underprepare for this. For anybody who likes our Instagram page, please keep following us. We like to
Yeah,
be
this
silly.
shit is fucking weird.
Yeah, it is being weird. But essentially, this is when like Alistair had him down. Alistair is working the game to try to get inside of his guard. Has him in guard right there. That's half guard, right? Yeah, half guard. Has him in half guard. Starts trying to get punches. Starts trying to square up. He's really good at that. I mean, he's really strong, so obviously, like, he's really good at that. But like, he's definitely has a ground and pound game on him. This is the second time he beat somebody like this. This is how he also knocked out Stefan Struve. And Stefan Struve is long as fuck. He was able to get him down, get by his guard, and just land a big shot. Maybe go up to the controllers again. That's what did it last time. I don't know why it would work this time. Boom. See, there you go. Landed that one right on the side of his forehead, and then he starts covering up almost immediately. As he felt it, pound and pound that ass.
Hammer fist.
Diablo. Okay, now it's back to normal speed.
Yeah, it's,
I don't understand. Before we could see the yeah, but pretty big win for Alistair Overeem, saying he's back. You know, I'm sure he's happy.
he says that he wants a rematch with.
That's another thing too.
Ngannou,
That's what I'm
I think.
saying. Like the heavyweight division and light heavyweight division, you have. It's like you don't. Not that you don't have enough talent, but you can have these rematches and they kind of make sense. It's such an odd thing because it would take a while for them to have like a rematch, let's say at lightweight, I think, or even at welterweight, just because there's so many different fighters that they could have fight against each other. Why does this always keep happening?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on with this
squaring
shit,
up. It's probably going slow because of the video. If you look at the video, probably one of us are going slow in the video. See, look at that. Bam. Overhand right. Knocks him down to the ground. Curtis Blades tried to get his wit about himself. Tried to use his wrestling. But every time Francis Ngannou lands something, he stiffens him up. Made him fall 3 times. I think that was a righteous stoppage. Because he literally made him, like, dropped him down to his face like 3 times. It's just, you know.
Yeah, he wanted to keep going, for sure.
Wanted to keep going, but I just didn't think it was, I mean, he could have kept it going. Maybe, but by that point, he had him hurt. I mean, it's a good win for Ngannou. He got his confidence back. And Curtis Blades, like I said, Curtis Blades is young. He's like 28. He just needs to learn how to deal with like the striking when people are standing up. He needs to learn how to move his head, I guess, a little bit, dodge shit.
Alternate timeline. The referee lets it keep going. Ngannou wears out his arms. Curtis Blades comes back, wrestles the fuck out of him, wins by decision.
That could have happened, I guess. If Curtis Blades got his bearings about him, and Ngannou didn't get that tired, because it wasn't like Ngannou.
Yeah, but Ngannou gets tired.
It wasn't like he was wailing punches, though. I got like a hangnail that's bothering the hell out of me.
He was kind of wailing.
He wasn't wailing at him. He was like landing, kind of like.
Yeah, he was landing, but he was still going. He was going aggressively with the punches.
Regardless of that, Curtis Blades got hurt, so I mean, we'll see what happens now. I mean, Francis Ngannou got his, like I said, he got his confidence back. We'll see what happens going forward. I don't know, man. I've been hearing shit about Robo Johnson coming back, possibly at heavyweight.
No, but he wants to fight.
That.
I think he said he wants to fight either Jones or Cormier.
I mean, if they bring him back for the right amount of money, I'm sure he'll fight Ngannou. And that's a fight I'd like to see. Robo Johnson versus Francis Ngannou at heavyweight. That'd be goddamn ridiculous.
That'd be a slobber knocker.
That would be a slobber knocker. But yeah, Francis Ngannou got the win last night. Good for him. Seems like he was like trying to shush the critics and stuff like that, and I'm just like, yeah, but I mean, you didn't really show off your wrestling, so, you know, can you really shush the critics?
I don't know. So also, there was a report that Anderson Silva will be fighting Israel Adesanya.
Possible fight announcement.
UFC 234.
That would be pretty friggin' awesome, I think. Really awesome. Once again, like we were talking about earlier, another chance for the UFC. Gives like a young talent a shot at, I guess, you know, shining in the spotlight. Israel Adesanya I've seen some of his highlight videos in boxing and kickboxing are pretty fucking crazy. His head movement is nuts. Like I've seen a lot of his like his highlight videos where he's using his head movements to dodge his opponent's strikes and stuff.
Yeah,
very fucking nuts. Very crazy and very like Anderson Silva like, maybe even faster. So.
Well, yeah. He's like a younger version. You know?
He's got that striking definitely down pat.
But I guess the only question is his wrestling better? Because that was Anderson's problem. Is when it gets a really good wrestler like Chael Sonnen, and then he gets fucked up because he can't get off the ground.
I mean,
but in Israel Adesanya, I've seen him. He's gone against a couple of wrestlers or people who have pretty good wrestling, and he's done well at either. Defending the takedown, getting up, you know. Derek Brunson's a really good. I think what's his name? Luke Thomas was doing a little breakdown of this on the Monday Morning Analysts on the MMAR, and like showing the progression of Israel Adesanya's wrestling game over time, his last couple fights, and he's been like, you know, getting better at defending the takedown, at I've
noticed that too, yeah, because I think I mentioned it before also, because I was saying that like in his first 2 fights in the UFC, people took him down pretty easily, but he was able to get back up. So that was the plus in his game. He was able to get back up even with like a wrestler. I forgot who he was going against, but somebody took him down pretty simply. He was able to get up, so that was fine. But I mean, if that takedown defense is getting better, like that would definitely help him the fuck out.
And it's like as the competition's getting better, his game is getting better.
No, absolutely, that's definitely true. But, I mean, so far in this particular matchup, if it does happen, Anderson Silva versus Israel Adesanya, supposedly it's going to be UFC 234.
Melbourne,
Australia.
Isn't that
That's Gastelum versus... Whitaker versus Gastelum fight. Yeah, and something else. Something else was announced for that. was a pretty big deal. I forget what it was.
I'm not sure.
But
what you know? What's weird?
yeah, I mean,
So
in that particular thing, it won't really be about the wrestling unless Silva makes it or tries to make it about the wrestling. Seems like it'll be a lot of striking, so maybe Israel Adesanya will be able to shine. Maybe we'll see a TKO, or maybe we'll just see some educated feet and hand work at its best. But I'm kind of excited for it. If it does happen, it should be pretty good. Should be a good fight. And it could be a crazy coming out party for Israel Adesanya. Imagine him knocking out Anderson Silva.
Oh, there have been no
Australia.
other fights
Really
announced for it. No other ones, yeah.
Could have sworn there was
Except for those two.
Could have sworn there was like a women's fight announced for it, like a big deal women's fight.
Even on the website, they don't even have the Whitaker fight on there.
Oh.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. So if they're putting it on that card, are they saying that maybe the winner, that if it like Adesanya wins, he's gonna take that one?
I don't know. I mean,
the timing's weird.
The timing is weird, and I feel like because right now the middleweight division is weird.
But you would think that he would fight Souza,
because
right?
there's nobody really there. There's nobody in the middleweight, like I think the top 8 or top 10 even, who hasn't been beaten by somebody. Yeah, who hasn't been beaten by somebody else in the rankings. Like you got Chris Weidman, who he's won a lot, but he lost to Luke Rockhold, and he lost to I forget who else he lost to.
Chris Weidman?
Yeah, but then Luke Rockhold is waiting out for a title shot. He might be a light heavyweight soon, and he might want to go to light heavyweight. Romero already went against Whitaker twice, and lost to him twice.
Yes,
am I not mistaken?
Yes, although I don't know. The second one was.
Jacare's coming back right now, but Jacare lost to Romero.
He lost to Whitaker.
He got knocked out by Whitaker. Lost to Whitaker. Yeah, there you go. And it's just weird. It's one of those weird things right now where I feel like if Adesanya were to beat someone like Anderson Silva, they might cut him in line. Just because it doesn't. I guess in a way it does make sense, but it makes sense for the promotion money wise, and it kind of makes sense for the weight class.
It's odd because you would think it seemed like Weidman versus Souza was a number one contender fight, and then also Souza beating Weidman the way he did.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing. Because
but where do you put
Weidman once again is somebody who never got his rematch after he lost his belt, right? He never got a rematch after that.
No, he
didn't get an immediate rematch, and I think he should have gotten an immediate rematch. I think.
Yeah, but he was injured for a while. I think.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I think if you're
a champion, a problem with injuries.
If you're a champion who's defended your belt more than 2 or 3 times, you should get I think an immediate rematch, and also depending on how dominant you were. But he never got a rematch, and then when he came back, like you said, from his injuries, he lost to Jacare in a really bad way. But Jacare had just lost to a couple of other people, so it's just kind of it's weird. So right now, let's say having a pretty big win over Anderson Silva probably would line him up with a title shot. And I wouldn't see a reason why not.
Yeah, it's odd, right? Because I was thinking when I was announced, I forgot it was that card, and I was thinking maybe it was later, and then maybe it's Souza gets the fight, and then this next fight is now all right, he'll get the next fight. But since it's on the same card, it might be that they want to give him the shot, and it makes sense to put him up against a name. Mm-hmm. Because then if he wins and he kind of rides off.
I thought it was going to be Luke. I thought they were going to, because I heard about Adesanya getting a top 5 person. He said something on Twitter about it on Wednesday.
But Anderson's not top 5 now. Anderson's barely top 10.
I don't know. He said that though. He said I got a top 5 opponent coming up. Stay tuned or some shit like that. And that's why I'm holy shit. I thought it was going to be Romero or Rockhold. I mean, not to say anything about his about his abilities, but. Not even to say anything about Brunson's abilities, but that's a pretty big jump, going from Derek Brunson to Luke Rockhold or Yoel Romero for that matter. Well, I guess Luke Rockhold has seen better days, but regardless of that, still pretty big jump in competition.
Oh shit!
Regardless, I feel you have to throw him to the wolves when you're a middleweight, because like I said, there's a lot of people who are winning and who are dominant and do deserve a title shot, but they don't have a great win streak. Nobody has a great win streak in the middleweight division right
Anderson
now.
Is not ranked. Huh. That's crazy.
Interesting. I mean, it
might have been after his suspension.
He still got GOAT status.
They took him off.
It's still a big deal. GOAT status is still a big deal.
That's so weird, though.
It's not like he's ever lost in such a dominant fashion where he's gotten fucked up. The last person to beat him in somewhat of dominant fashion was Daniel Cormier at UFC 200, and that's because he laid on him, and that's because it was at light heavyweight. I mean, even Bisping, that was an exciting fight, and Bisping won that narrowly.
So I think they're basically trying to build his star power.
Yeah.
And
I mean, what a way to do it than fucking taking out the Spider.
Yeah, giving him that fight will help.
And like I said, if his striking is any evidence, he has the pedigree to do it. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's a if it happens. 234.
I mean, I think it's kind of a gimme that Adesanya wins that.
Huh?
I think it's kind of a gimme that Adesanya wins that. Unless like I said before, I don't know. If Anderson comes in and he's like, yo, fuck it, this is going to be my last hurrah.
Like I said,
I'm going to be jacked to the gills. I'm just going to juice, fucking get steroids injected in my eyeballs.
You're a jerk.
Just fucking go to town, show these guys what's up.
This guy has the testosterone of a 15-year-old bodybuilder.
Yeah. He's just going to be eating horse meat all day and just fuck shit up. That would be amazing, though.
He's got that GOAT status, bro. He could pull it out of his ass. I feel like there's only a certain people that can pull a win out of their butt against the worst of adversity. Silva's one of them. We'll see what happens. But real quick, and did you hear about, this is like kind of not fighting related, but still fighter related, I guess. Did you hear about Rachel Ostovich?
Yeah, she was getting abused by her boyfriend,
yeah,
her husband.
Fucked up.
And he broke her orbital bone.
Yeah, some fucking shit.
But apparently he's gotten arrested for attempted murder.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it was because of the beating.
I heard I heard about that. They put the charge down to like a felony assault or something like that. They took it down. I think like yesterday. I remember.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Also. But yeah, fucking dirtbag, fucking asshole, did that shit. Now, obviously, I mean, this is not the most of it, like anybody's concerns, but obviously the fight between her and Paige Van Zandt is off. Her orbital bone was broken. I think that was confirmed on a statement she made. I think she has like restraining order against him. So yeah, right now I'm pretty sure if it's broken, she needs surgery for it. Our thoughts go out to Rachel Ostovich. Hopefully she can heal up really well with her friends, and hopefully she's with her loved ones at this time. Really, really shitty when something like that happens. Especially when it's like, it's not saying like, oh, it wouldn't be as bad if he wasn't an MMA fighter, but it's just like, there's always that, that image on MMA fighters that they're like, that they could be savage, or they could be like a little more vicious and a little bit more like careless individuals because they have this particular kind of profession. And what's his name? Arnold Burdon.
Yeah.
Burdon. Fuck that guy. But yeah,
I could watch this over and over though.
Did he get knocked out? Yeah. Is that him in the orange?
Yeah.
Looks like it's him in the orange. Him in the orange or him in the white?
Sure. I think it's the guy in the orange. Yeah, it's the guy in the orange.
Oh damn. The referee did not try to stop that as quickly as he could have.
Fuck out.
He got knocked the fuck out though. Yeah.
Damn. Walked
face
right
planted, and they got punched 3 more times after he face planted. Jesus. Yeah, he was out. Yeah. Well, it's good to see that he got what. Yeah.
I mean, this was like a while ago.
But still, you get your comeuppance at some point. At least he knows what it feels like. But yeah, thoughts out to Rachel Ostovich. It always sucks when that kind of shit happens. Yep, there you go. And the YouTube comments.
Yeah,
but yeah, hopefully she can heal up and she'll come back better and stronger than ever. Shout outs to her and her family and her daughter. And that
was gonna be a sexy fight.
Yeah, it was gonna be a great fight. What a dick.
Cause we're all gonna have to squeeze our hogs to something else. Anyway.
Damn.
Sorry.
Well, yeah. Fuck you, Arnold.
No, I hope you get better. Hope this guy goes to jail. And hopefully we can see that fight in the future. Somebody was calling for the fight though. After somebody was calling out Paige.
What do you mean? Macy Barber, I think.
Yes. Yeah,
Macy Barber. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That'd be pretty crazy. That'd be pretty crazy just because they both have very similar like grinding fighting styles. Like I think Macy has a better wrestling pedigree. Or maybe she's like just stronger.
I think she's way more aggressive though. I feel
yeah, definitely. I mean, Paige can be aggressive. Paige can be very aggressive if she goes like if she needs to be. So that would definitely be an amazing fucking fight. But it's definitely a step up for her in competition, I guess. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Macy Barber calling out Paige Van Zandt, and I mean, right now, especially if the UFC is trying to make money fights. They're trying to make fights for the fans or the MMA hobbyists. It's not a bad fight to make. Yeah, should see what happens. Maybe Paige will get another. Maybe Paige will get another fighting. Maybe she'll get somebody else, and maybe she won't. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
But,
so
what do we
end
got
of this
coming
week,
up? Actually,
we
yeah,
got a couple fights.
at the end
we
of the
got,
season. We do have a couple fights. We do have 2
Dos
cards.
Anjos, Usman, and I think we kind of went
That's
over these
the,
fights, didn't we? Last week, I
no.
feel like we kind of talked about them.
We just
These
talked
fight
about
cards.
them real quick. Yeah, Brian Caraway, we kind of made fun of
Yeah,
him
we
a
were
bit
talking about these guys.
because we're jerks.
Just Alex
Alex Perez, maybe
Yeah,
the
we were talking
last,
about these.
maybe the last non-title flyweight bouts in UFC history.
So RDA Usman would be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be
Everyone's
good.
scared of Usman, apparently.
Huh? Usman?
Word on the
I
street
would
is
be
everybody's
too.
scared of
I
Usman.
would be too, motherfucker. That guy can
Nigerian nightmare.
wrestle a fucker
So
out of
nobody
a
wants to
fucker.
fight him. It's been a while since he's fought.
He's just a big wrestling guy.
So hopefully
why
he
not?
goes more than 70%.
Yeah, that, and we also have the finale for the Ultimate Fighter, the heavy hitters.
That is this card, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that
Yeah,
card
that's-
as well.
Oh no.
It is. That's the Ultimate Fighter finale, fool.
So which one's the finale?
Stupid. I don't think that's it. Go down. I don't think they
So-
have it here.
Are we
maybe-
sure that this is fight night though?
Is it this week? I mean, it should be. Maybe they don't have all maybe the finals aren't announced. Look it up on the Wikipedia page real quick. The Ultimate Fighter.
Oh no, here we go. Here it is. That is the finale.
It is. No, I know it's
This
the
one is
finale.
the finale.
I know
They
that.
haven't
But I just
announced the fight
Yeah,
yet?
I guess not. Which seems odd. 28. Usually they have it on the wiki
Season
page. So let me take
28?
a look. Tournament brackets. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So they have it there. I guess they just don't have it on the website for whatever reason. The final is Justin Frazier versus Juan Francisco Deepa.
Oh, because they don't have the women's one
Oh, I see. They still have one more. Okay, they have one more episode this week. We haven't been following the Ultimate Fighter too often to be perfectly
yet.
honest with you
I
guys.
was honestly, I didn't think that the Ultimate
I
Fighter was
knew-
going to keep going. But
I
they,
knew Maurice Green was actually he was one that was supposed to. Everyone thought he was going to be the guy to beat it. He was just like this big 6'9" guy. He literally looked like this big version of black version of Tim Sylvia. To be honest with you, and yeah, very scary looking guy. But no, that's not.
Oh shit, it was an Olympic athlete.
No, that's an Olympian. MMA. Yeah, there you go. Very big guy, very intimidating. Yeah, that guy. Guy's massive. Yeah.
Okay.
That was his first fight, I think, out of getting into the house or in the first round. He knocked that dude out with a quick uppercut. Didn't even look like the strongest uppercut. He just knocked him the fuck out. The guy just kind of collapsed, the legs underneath him. Big dude. Kind of has that thing going with him like Derek Lewis does, where if he gets taken down, it's very easy for him to stand up. But I saw the fight actually right before we came over here against Juan Francisco Deepa, and Juan was able to hit him down. Juan, I think, is really good on the ground and was able to get a was it a rear naked choke? Yeah, I think a rear naked choke in on him, and yeah, ended that. So I think the final is going to be Justin Frazier versus Juan Francisco Deepa.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
should
they
see how
got
it goes
one more
pretty
fight
soon.
for the.
You got one more, yeah.
featherweight, one's
Leia
featherweight.
Letzen and Macy Chiasen.
I mean, the feel like
Chiasen.
is it?
They're gonna go against each other to see who goes against Pani Kianzad in the final.
I feel
saw
like
that
if
fight.
they're
She
gonna
fought a
keep
ton of
women's
Unimas.
featherweight alive, then are they gonna just have to absorb every? They're gonna have to take every fighter that was in the season.
Maybe, I don't know. No, I really don't know what they plan on doing with a lot of these. They need them though, because there are some women at bantamweight who cut too much weight to bantamweight, so they can fight at featherweight. I think if they had that situated a little more, and figured out which top bantamweights they could move up to featherweight and still have a good division, they
Katzengano went
might
up.
be okay.
She's
Yeah, there
fighting
you go.
Megan Anderson.
Katzengano went up. That's a big name in
Megan-
the featherweight
Megan
division.
Anderson?
That's not bad. There was somebody else who was pretty big for bantam. I think she was also.
I mean, Raquel missed weight the other.
Yeah, that
the
was
other
really. And I
last
mean,
week.
she's not even that huge. I guess
Yeah, I think she said they had she has a thyroid issue or something.
That's always rough.
So that might be a problem.
She's gotta get that fixed though. I mean, it's fucking up her money now.
Yeah, but who? Yeah, I'm not sure who else.
Best
is
of luck to
too
her,
big.
of course, with the thyroid issue. But gotta figure that out. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen for the Ultimate Fighter finale. That's 2 finale fights, and
then they got Dos Santos.
Yeah. So we have 2 fights that weekend. That's the Ultimate Fighter finale on the 30th.
Nothing crazy.
And
going
now
on.
December 1st,
Yushin's back again.
the very next day,
Go
Dos
away.
Anjos is going against Tilvasa. This is in where is this? This is in Australia, right? Yo, wait, go back down again.
Right there, Adelaide, Australia.
Adelaide, Australia. Yeah.
What's with this thing? They like made him look like all. They made them look all like veiny.
It's a cool graphic. No, it's like they're stone because they're big heavyweights. So it's like you can't knock them down because they're stone.
Stupid.
You're stupid. This guy right here, Christos Giagos, kind of looks like an angry Brazilian Dustin Poirier.
He does kind of look.
It's funny.
This guy's tattooed.
Ben Nguyen. Ben Nguyen. Wait, go up. Ben Nguyen.
Ben Nguyen,
He's fighting against William Reese and flyweight. I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't get it. What are they trying to do? Are they making
trying to eliminate
They're
people
making
for
these men
bantamweight.
fight for their contract. I think we're literally. This is the last
If you
time
get
we're
a
going to
win,
see
you get
either
the chance to go up to bantamweight.
I think that's what this is. I think they literally between William Reese and Ben Nguyen, we're going to see one of these men for the last time at flyweight and in the UFC. That's so fucked up.
I like Ben Nguyen. He's a member of the Reddit MMA community.
Oh, that's cool.
Poster on there.
That's not bad. Then you got Paul Craig. I don't mind Paul Craig. I like Paul
again.
Craig going against Jim Crute. Tony Martin going against Jake Matthews. That's not a bad welterweight.
Shogun's back.
Shogun is
Tyson
going
Pedro.
against Tyson Pedro. I think Tyson Pedro is not bad with the stand-up. I'm not 100% sure about the rest of his game. I can't really remember who's the last person he went against. Diablo, pero por qué? But Tyson Pedro. It sounds familiar. It sounds like maybe the last time I saw him, I was.
He lost to OSP.
Oh, he lost to OSP. I guess that's what.
Yeah,
it
that
was.
sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But he's up. He's like top. He's at number 14 or something. So he's lost. He beat Paul Craig. Beat Khalil Rountree. Lost to Lear. Beat Saparbek. Man, but see, like from this division, like how.
Seems like the only people we
how
know
rough
that
it is because he beat
lost
Khalil
to,
Rountree and Paul Craig, and then he's in the.
But he lost to Alir Latifi and
Alier.
Ovin St. Preux, so it's very odd.
They definitely need a talent injection in that division.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Maybe how old is
We
this guy?
got Mark
How old
Hunt is back.
He's 27, so he's
How old is
young. He's just working his way up. We'll see. You got Mark Hunt and Justin Willis. Justin Willis is new in the top 15.
I think I've seen him there. I think
he's been around.
Last time I saw him there, I'm pretty sure I saw him tired as fuck, but I think he won his fight.
We got two chunky boys.
Diablo.
Fight. He's only 31.
I guess you could say that because you.
He's undefeated in the UFC.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
Chase
I saw this.
Sherman.
This is kind of boring. I think if I remember this fight correctly,
Yeah.
Chase Sherman.
Alan Crowder. KO.
But yeah, you got two thicky boys.
And then you got
fighting
Dos
them.
Santos against Tai Tuivasa. in
Yeah, this
the
is a big
main
fight
event.
for Tai Tuivasa.
Yeah, it's definitely a coming out. Should be a coming out party for Tai Tuivasa. I mean, you got Dos Santos there. And
Alaski, yeah.
they could be feeding, Tuivasa to Dos Santos, but Dos Santos has seen better days. Dos Santos has definitely.
Yeah, but he's a weird one where it's like he'll beat everyone unless it's a title shot.
I think he's at a point right now, but I think he's at a point in his career right now where he needs a resurgence to come back for one more title run if he can. If not, then he's just gonna be like a gatekeeper. And hopefully for Tuivasa's case, that's exactly what he'll be. Tuivasa will go in there and get the job done against Dos Santos. But I think right now,
Yeah,
Dos
if he
Santos
wins,
is
that's
just an odd.
huge for him.
Yeah, very huge. Dos Santos is a former champion.
That
Absolutely
almost
would be, but it wouldn't.
if DC disappears,
It would be really crappy for Dos Santos though, because at that point it would be like, oh, is this the end of Dos Santos and what's gonna happen now, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whoever wins this I feel like is gonna get maybe Ngannou.
Yeah,
I
can see that happening. I could definitely, actually, yeah, Junior Dos Santos. We never saw Junior Dos Santos against Festus Ngannou. That wouldn't be a bad strikers battle. I mean, Dos Santos with his technique in boxing and Ngannou with his planet-eating skills. That's really, but yeah, we'll see what
it's
happens.
weird. Although,
That's
JDS
all
got
if
cursed.
That's all if he gets past Tai Tuivasa.
He's a cursed man. He was once sponsored by Nike. Man, top
Ngannou?
top of the
Oh
world.
no, Dos Santos,
JDS,
right?
yeah,
he was right. Yeah,
he was like, nobody's gonna beat this guy.
That was right after he beat Kane, though. That's when that always happens. I mean, they see you beat somebody who's really
Kane,
big.
he
They're like, oh my God,
destroyed
they're
Frank
next best
Mir.
thing. I feel like people don't forget that. Well, people forget, should I say, that MMA is a different sport. MMA, you have a puncher's chance. One day you can knock somebody out. The next day, that won't happen.
Kane supposedly is coming back soon, although they've been saying that for years.
I mean, they've been saying that since Summer.
So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he comes
Maybe
back.
they'll give Curtis Blades Kane. Maybe Curtis Blades, he's
know.
like, hey, give me a quick turnaround. They're like, you want Kane? They're like, fuck yeah, give me Kane. That could happen.
But
Maybe-
when he comes back, DC's gonna be like 1 foot out the door.
I think
He already
absolutely.
kind of already is.
Maybe they're waiting for that. Maybe they don't
Timing
trust
it.
the UFC to not make them fight against each other. Maybe they'll be like, no man, you guys could make great money. Velasquez versus Cormier, Cormier's last bout. That's a big
Stipe
fight.
and DC have been going back and forth. Those kind of.
You should put Stipe against Kane.
Stipe's mad.
Stipe against Kane.
Oh, he said that. Yeah,
I mean, I would be mad if I was Stipe too.
But he was like, Kane's better than me. So better. so you better watch out.
Stipe has all the ammunition in the world to be getting mad. He's technically the best heavyweight in the organization's history, and I mean he did lose. I mean, it is heavyweight, and one should be more like cautious in heavyweight when getting hit. But he did lose for one shot in the chin. Overeem hit him.
Like,
Overeem knocked him down in Ohio, but he was able to weather the storm and come back. And, like, I mean, not to say that he didn't do what a true champion does this time, but, I mean, this time his jaw just kind of gave in. And
I mean, look at JDS Kane. JDS knocked him out the first time, and the second 2 times.
And that was when Kane said Kane was injured then. Kane said that he was injured. I think his knee was fucked up, so that's why he wasn't fighting as he usually does, and just going forward, he was waiting for JDS to kind of strike.
The next 2 fights, JDS was fucking demolished. That was some of the scariest beatings I've ever seen.
And that kind of was like his downhill. So not to say that he didn't have a couple of good wins after that. He beat Mark Hunt, and he forgot who else he beat after that. But after that, I feel like that was just a steady decline for Dos Santos.
He beat Overeem, I think.
Yeah, well, no, Overeem beat him.
He did.
Overeem beat him. Remember, Overeem came out of kind of like nowhere with like an uppercut or something like that and got Dos Santos. People thought he ended it early because Dos Santos was getting up but allowing
shots. He got Stipe
shots.
after that, right? He got
Overeem got Stipe, and then that's when Stipe almost got knocked out in Ohio, but then got the big win. But I think he deserves it too. It's just unfortunately now. Here's the problem with MMA 2. Time is everyone's enemy. If you let too much time go in between you and your next fight, after, let's say, a year of not fighting, people will literally be like, yo, why should you even fight for a title shot? These people over here fought twice this year, and they knocked out such and such. Gustafsson is lucky that right now, in the light heavyweight division, there aren't too many top contenders, and DC is a double champ. Because if DC wasn't a double champ and DC was still in the light heavyweight division, they would make DC versus Jones 3. They wouldn't even think about Gustafsson. They would probably be like, hey, Gustafsson, you need to fight Luke Rockhold, and then we'll see if you get a title shot. I feel like right now the big reason why Jones versus Gustafsson, 1, because of the rematch. Everyone wants that to happen. And 2, because there's nobody else to make Jones go against where it sparks some sort of interest where you could say, okay, this person is the true light heavyweight champion. Were it not for those circumstances, I don't think Gustafsson would be fighting for the title shot right now. Jones fought more recent than Gustafsson did, and Jones has been suspended. That doesn't make any sense. Not to say that I don't think Gustafsson deserves a title shot, not to say that he's top of the elite, but he hasn't fought in a really long time. And I mean, time can fuck someone over if you don't fight that often. You can say, hey, I'm going to hold out, but this can really come back and bite Stipe in the ass. What if, for some reason, Kane comes back as the Kane of old, and then maybe Kane and DC are like, you know what, fuck it. Let's do a heavyweight fight between me and you, and let's have this be DC's last fight. We'll see. For some reason, let's say they do that. Bam. Miocic doesn't get his immediate title shot, and at that point, they're like,
he's still waiting.
Yeah, and he's still waiting. He's still in the wings.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he won't be waiting that long, but
I just never think
talking about him
sticking to
waiting
your
till
guns.
March.
Sticking to your guns is definitely a good thing, especially if you have like the firepower to stick to set guns. But eventually, like I said, time just kind of.
I think he also just wants to run that back. He wants that fight. He wants to fight DC, not just
Why not?
for the belt, but he just wants to fight DC.
Why not?
But DC's not going to fight him.
It seems like the whatchamacallit, it seems like the UFC does want him to run it back because they want him to fight 3 more times. They said it.
But he's
and
never
3 more times. I mean, what is that? Stipe,
he's going to be very selective
Brock.
with his fights.
Those are the 3.
He wants to fight Brock.
Doesn't really
he's only
make
doing money
sense
fights.
any other way. Any
Wants to
other
fight
fight
Brock,
doesn't make sense right now.
And then he wants to fight Jones. I think those are the only 2 fights he'll take. Other than that, he's not going to fight anybody else.
I have nothing to prove to you, Stipe. Nothing.
Yeah. So,
I mean, at this point, Stipe it's going to suck, but he might take a really dangerous fight that he probably people would say he shouldn't take. And he may lose.
When was the fight? In like June or July or something?
Something hot in here. Something hot in here.
Like
Did you
Nelly?
like one? Like a fart.
No.
You motherfucker. You farted, didn't you? Smell something?
July.
Is
I know. I do smell something too.
Is that your sandwich?
What? I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Did you eat your
I ate
sandwich?
my sandwich.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Something's burning.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a sign. Maybe we should go. Maybe we should wrap this up.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Starting to smell like fart, so we're going to wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, I think something's burning.
uh,
So before we die, we're
What's
gonna
that?
sign off.
yeah, what is that?
And we'll see you guys there if we don't die from whatever that is.
But yeah, make sure to catch the 2 UFC cards at the end of the week. The Ultimate Fighter finale, heavy hitters, Dos Anjos versus Kamaru Usman. Definitely a top welterweight contender implications there. And UFC is also going to Adelaide, December 1st. Dos Santos versus Tovasa. Just spoke about it. A couple of good things there. We'll talk about it next week. And until then, we'll see you guys in December. And hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We didn't even talk about our Thanksgivings.
Nope, doesn't matter. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you in December.